You ever walk into a room and feel the temperature drop? Not because the AC kicked in, but because someone just mentioned a name followed by a dramatic pause? Yeah, that's gossip season. And here's the twist. You've probably participated in it more times than you think. No judgment. We all have. It's the human version of clickbait. Your brain hears, "Did you hear what happened?" and immediately goes, "No, but I will now." But that's not the full story, because gossip isn't just entertainment, it's psychological currency. And once you understand how it works, you can stop it without being that person who kills the vibe or lectures the room about morality like a discount philosopher. So let's break down the real psychology of gossip and how to shut it down with elegance, humor, and power. By the end of this, you'll not only stop gossip, you'll quietly earn people's respect while doing it. Fact 1. Gossip isn't evil. It's evolutionary. Here's the first myth. Gossip doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you, well, human. Psychologist Robin Dunbar, the guy who basically decoded why humans talk behind each other's backs, says gossip evolved as a social glue. Thousands of years ago, before we had TikTok or tribal HR departments, gossip was how we kept each other accountable. Did you hear Ugg didn't share the mammoth meat again? That was prehistoric Yelp. Gossip connected tribes, built trust, and helped us spot who was reliable. But fast forward to today, it's less about survival and more about subtle emotional warfare disguised as just chatting. The irony? The same tool that used to hold communities together now quietly destroys them from the inside out. So if gossip isn't about evil, what makes it so addictive that even smart people get caught in it? Fact 2. Your brain is addicted to drama. You're not crazy. Gossip literally feels good. When you share or hear secrets, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical you get from social media likes, chocolate, or revenge shopping at 2 a.m. It's called the social reward loop. Gossip gives you a quick hit of connection without the risk of vulnerability. It's emotional junk food, fast, salty, satisfying, and completely empty. And that's why even the quiet ones get sucked in. Staying silent while others gossip isn't neutral. It's passive participation. Your silence becomes applause. But here's the plot twist. Trying to stop gossip directly usually backfires. Let's talk about why calling people out rarely works. Fact 3. Confrontation feeds the fire. You ever try to stop gossip mid-sentence and suddenly you become the villain? You say, "Guys, maybe we shouldn't talk about her like that." And instantly, the room shifts. Oh, look who's the saint now. That, my friend, is the backfire effect. When people double down instead of reflecting. Because to a gossiper, calling them out feels like social rejection. And when humans feel rejected, their ego goes into defense mode faster than you can say, "Don't shoot the messenger." So moral grandstanding won't work. The real skill isn't confrontation, it's psychological aikido, redirecting energy without making a scene. So, let's talk tactics. 4 psychology-backed ways to stop gossip without being the fun police. Strategy 1. Kill it with kindness. Imagine this. Someone's whispering, "Ugh, Sarah's so fake, I can't stand her." And everyone nods like bobbleheads of negativity. Here's your power move. Smile slightly and say, "Really? That's surprising. She's always been kind to me." Boom. No fight. No awkward silence, just quiet confusion. You just short-circuited the social agreement loop, the psychological need for others to validate shared negativity. When you respond with warmth instead of agreement, the brain experiences cognitive dissonance, that tiny, uncomfortable moment when someone's cruelty meets your calm confidence. Suddenly, gossip isn't bonding. It's embarrassing. But what if kindness doesn't work, and they double down harder than a bad ex trying to prove a point? Strategy 2. Add a layer of neutrality. Kindness didn't stop them. Cool. It's time for emotional judo. They say, "You don't know what she did last week." You reply, "Could be. Everyone's got their reasons." No defense, no drama, just a verbal shrug. This is emotional reframing, removing the emotional fuel from the gossip engine. You're not agreeing or disagreeing, you're ending the charge. And here's the psychology behind it. Empathy dissolves judgment. The moment you humanize the person being gossiped about, you make toxicity look small. But what if the conversation still feels heavy? Then you move from emotional aikido to conversational escape artistry. Strategy 3. Shift the spotlight. Gossip thrives on attention, so take it away. After the topic starts looping like a bad Netflix recap, casually drop, "Anyway, did you see the new project update?" Or, "Speaking of that, how's your week going? You look like you've been carrying a lot lately." Suddenly, the spotlight moves, and most people gladly take it. You just redirected gossip into self-disclosure, which psychologists call topic shifting. It maintains harmony without rewarding the behavior. No one feels attacked, and you've taken control of the room's emotional current. But sometimes, the only way to stop tension is to laugh it out. Strategy 4. Break it with humor. Gossip is social heat, so when it gets too hot, release pressure with humor. Someone says, "Oh my God, did you hear what she wore?" You grin and say, "This is starting to sound like a Netflix spin-off. I'll need subtitles soon." People laugh, tension breaks, but don't linger, because laughter without redirection is silent approval. Follow it with a quick pivot. Anyway, speaking of dramas, did you watch that new series everyone's obsessed with? Psychologists call this the relief theory. Humor resets emotional energy. You become the thermostat instead of the thermometer. Seneca, the OG of chill, said it best. It's better to laugh at life than to lament over it. But what if you're not dealing with normal gossip? What if the person is just toxic and feeding off drama like emotional caffeine? Bonus section, when they're just toxic. Let's not sugarcoat it. Some people don't gossip, they live there. For those, kindness won't save you. That's when you switch to the gray rock method. Be boring, flat tone, one-word answers. "Oh, really? Didn't notice." No energy, no reward. Attention seekers survive on reaction. When they get none, gossip dies of starvation. And if they still don't get it, time for boundary mode activated. Say calmly, "Hey, I'm really trying to keep a positive mindset lately. Can we talk about something else?" It might feel awkward, but that's the point. Awkwardness is nature's way of teaching adults manners. Protect your energy. Not every conversation deserves your emotional bandwidth. Now, before we wrap this up, there's one truth about gossip most people miss completely. Fact 10. Gossip isn't about them, it's about you. Gossip is a mirror. It doesn't test your knowledge, it tests your character. Every time you choose silence, empathy, or humor over negativity, you're rewiring your brain's need for approval. You're shifting from belonging through gossip to belonging through integrity. Epictetus said it centuries ago. You can't control others, only yourself. That's the core of psychological self-mastery. You're not trying to change the noise. You're just refusing to be part of the echo. And here's the secret ending no one tells you. When you stop gossiping, people notice. They might roll their eyes at first, but deep down, they respect you. Because in a world addicted to noise, silence is power. So next time gossip starts, test yourself. Try one of these 4 strategies: kindness, neutrality, spotlight shift, or humor, and see how people react. You'll feel the power shift instantly. And hey, if you've ever had to shut down gossip the hard way, drop your story in the comments. I read them all, and who knows, your experience might make it into a future episode. Because at the end of the day, gossip doesn't define who they are. It reveals who you choose to be when you hear it.